Where were we when we last spoke? Is this a distraction? Is it? I can change it. All right. So there's one more change, one more wardrobe change. All right. I think we can afford one more. Just one more. Now remind me, please remind me to call it 2025-0323, which would obviously mean it is the 23rd of March 2025. So there are 3 videos that I'm going to reference. 1, a video from Ice Cube. 2, a lady that I can't quite remember her name. She was talking something or saying something to the effect of, you know, being prepared to be embarrassed on your path to being a, well, I call it CCO. Some people say content. Yeah, some people say content creator. I say CCO. Right? Cool? Alright? So there you go. Sorry. I'm in the midst of, you know, yeah, that. Anyway, where was I? Alright, so that video, the second one. The third one now is one where a guy was saying, don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. You can't be rich by yourself. And that's why, as the man in red and blue, I'm also going to say to you, the day you plant the tree is not the day you eat the fruit. Right? You see, that's why I have these pages here. Right? 3 of them dedicated to education. 1 has an entertainment aspect to it. 1 is teaching and advertising. And this is essentially a place to teach teachers as well as students and, you know, yeah, creating a whole community, right? So that's the whole point of that. So that's me on the other side, planting the tree for a day that you finally get to eat the fruit. It goes back to something that Ice Cube said in the video, where he said, if you're not willing to put in 4 to 5 years grinding on one particular hustle or one particular venture, if you're not willing to put 4 years into it without making a single dollar, if you're not ready to make that kind of painful sacrifice, don't bother start. And I remember I had a video that I did over there where I showed you the success bar and the video game analogy. The one where I said, well, here's the health bar and there's question marks. So if you knew what the full cost of success was, you wouldn't bother buy it. You wouldn't even think about buying it. And it's the same thing like in a boss fight for a video game. If you knew how far that health bar really went, you'd have said, hey, I'm not bother with this. And so the same is true for any venture. Meaning, think about what goes on in your life. You ever notice that people can endure the... Wait, give me 1 second. Let me see if when I turn off a fan, it's less noisy. Let's see. I mean, maybe it's not, because you might be hearing the church bells, so you never know. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, when you go through certain things in your life, certain tragedies, you ever realize that people can endure the sun and the fun and the pleasure, but they can't endure the storm, the rain, and the pain? Those things they can't endure that with you, right? That's a question from the universe. How bad do you really want this thing? How bad do you want it? If you're not willing to suffer for it, you're not willing to suffer, you're not willing to struggle for it, then maybe you don't want it that bad. Maybe you don't. And there are so many people that give examples of it, like Russ. Russ is one of the most popular independent music artists out there. And him always giving, he's always been an OG, offering game, right? And him always say, look, a lot of people don't make it in the industry because they're lazy. They don't understand how much work that you have to put in before people put you on. There's a lot of work that goes into that. So it's the same thing that Ice Cube was saying. If you're not willing to do that, don't even bother start. You know, a lot of martial artists probably found that out the hard way. If you are motivated purely by finances, trust me, the struggle will forever be real. You understand? So that is something that even I have to say, well, how bad do I want whatever it is that I'm doing, like the goals that I have? How bad do I want it? I've asked myself the same question. Because it's easy, again, to fall into the trap of being the authority on the subject. Very easy to fall into that trap. I try my best not to fall into that. Right? Anyway, the place hot enough. So guess what? Intermission, me I turn on back the fan. So as I was saying, right? These are questions that you need to ask yourself. And I have to ask myself the same thing. And I like that friends of mine have always said things about me that I find to be consistent with the ongoing narrative, which is like the wheels in my mind always turning. Always turning. That's why I am a CCO. Especially that part, the O part, the opportunist part. There was a time in my life where I couldn't see the possibilities and I couldn't see the opportunities. So now, I'm not waiting for the opportunity. I'm making it. I'm just making the opportunity. That's it. Freestyle. Make it up as you go along. Make it up as you go along. Yeah. So, the moral of the story really is this. Tragedy, bad things that happen, is a test from, whether you want to say God, the universe, whichever, is a test. How bad do you really want this thing? If you're not going to suffer for it, maybe you don't want it. And even your relationships are exactly like that. Yeah? Venn diagram thing. If this over here is business and this over here is relationships, there you go. There's a little intersection there, a little highest common factor. Right? Which basically states the following. If you don't want it bad enough for your business, you're gonna be the same for your relationship. It's not different. The philosophy is not different. Because if I am going through something and I don't hear from you, then you know I'm bad enough. But then, if you're going through something and then you need me for something, then you call me. You see how you conveniently reach out to me when you need something. Reciprocity. Newton's third law of motion. Yeah? The game can't continue if one person keep playing. When you play chess, white can't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then black gets to move after. That don't make any sense. It has to be 1 to 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. Can't be 2 to 1, can't be 3 to 1, can't be 1 to 3. You know how it goes. Right? It cannot be that. Reciprocity. Right? That's the name of the game. So, it may seem irrelevant, it may seem unrelated. but maybe not. Maybe not. So that's why I don't know if I can find that video. I'm gonna look for it and see if I can find it. I'll see if I can find that video. I'm sorry. Oh no, it's not there. I thought it was. Or no. Wait. It could be in the wrong album. Could be. No. Oh yeah. There you go.
Stop trying to be greedy. You're trying to make $1 million. You need to recruit people. You need to grow a freaking empire. You will never make less inside a business by making somebody else more around you. Impossible. You will always make more when other people make more around you. I'd rather take a bite of the watermelon with my team around me than trying to eat the whole freaking grape alone and trying to be greedy. Money doesn't equal freedom. People equal freedom. You need a freaking team to become a billionaire with freedom. That's what you're shooting for. Not a billionaire without freedom. You want to be a billionaire with freedom.
Yeah. See? Don't be greedy. And it's true. You know, because even for these pages that are based on education, I built that because I don't want to be alone doing it. So this is my idea. That's why it's called We Still a Learn, not Me Still a Learn, because it can't just be me. I not go teach geography, I not go teach social studies, IT, and I'm not teaching all of that. I not go take on the world. I'm not taking on the world. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. Can't do it. So if I can find the other videos, I don't know. I don't know. I might not be able to. I don't know if there's a TikTok folder. Do I have a TikTok folder? No. Because it would have dropped in camera. Let me see. No, that's not. No. Oh yeah, there's Myron Golden. Oh wait. Here's one of my heroes. Hold on. Give me a second. Alright, there we go. So let me play.
People don't change until staying the same is more painful than changing. That is why it's great to get into an environment that instigates change, because most of us won't do it on our own. Hey, fact check this, go find that aunt or uncle, and you'll go, right, that's what this looks like. So you want to get around people who push you and challenge you. You want to get around people who are growing. Get in that community if you're passionate about growing and you want more from your life. But you aren't going to get more if you don't become more. It's the law of the universe.
Yeah. So, you know, again, that's why I made all this and I'm working on all of this, because if you want more, you have to become more. Sitting down in your 9 to 5 and only doing that, you're not going to have, Mr. Hormozy said it, right? If you want to be exceptional, you have to be the exception. Do what they're not doing. That's the reason why you have a Floyd Mayweather Jr. that has never been beat. This man would be in the club and at like 4 o'clock in the morning be like, yo, I need to leave. Jump in his vehicle, drive, go somewhere in the middle of nowhere, park the vehicle and start jogging. That's insanity. That is insanity. I don't know anybody else who would do that. But he did. He was partying and then he's like him catch himself. He said, wait, what am I doing here? He's like, wait, no. I need to be focused. Left the party and went back jogging in the middle of the morning. Thank God for celebrity. Perhaps they knew who he was. Maybe that's why it was safe for him to do that. I don't know. But anyway, you have to be the exception. You have to be. So I feel like that's why most people, you know, they look at it like this. A friend of mine, the CCO and CEO of Binge Island, said that if you expected the job or the career of being an entrepreneur to be easy, then you're in the wrong profession, right? And I think that's the thing, that we hear the success stories, but we don't hear about the pain, we don't hear about the failure, we don't hear about the amount of time where you're sleeping in your vehicle and you're sleeping at the dojo or you're sleeping at the studio, cause you know live nowhere. A whole heap of artists did have to sleep at people's yard and sleep in a studio and all them something there. Lie down on ground and all of them madness there. Just because somebody, I guess, believed in them. You know, and so they did all of that. You know? And nothing is forever. That's another thing. Yeah, you go suffer, yeah, you go struggle, yeah, you go through hard times, but even that not gonna last forever. Even that. So yeah. So if I can, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and look for those videos, see if I can play them, you know. Or maybe I can probably transfer them off of this one onto this one so I can show it to you, because I can't. I mean, I can do two things at the same time, but not while I'm recording. Yeah. So that's why you notice. And I see, I like the ideas that I come up with. Why? Because I'm building something that cannot be taken from me, because I'm the one that came up with it. So therefore, I'm an originator. I'm not the imitator, I'm an originator. So, you know, yeah. I make sure that whenever I write a name for myself, that when I type that name, nobody else has that name. Don't get me wrong, there was a time when I was getting mixed up with Bossman Dilo and them something there. That was happening. Even when I was searching for Bossman Teaching, Bossman Dilo would pop up and I'm like, nah, this can't continue. I had to fix my SEO. I had to fix my SEO to get it right. Get it right. And that's why I love mathematics. Hence, you know, that side of the board. Hence the, you know, yeah, and hence Bossman Teaching over there. Right? Because what is the coefficient of every number you can think of? Don't get me wrong. Yes, you have to make yourself the number one, but you can't be the only one. Right? Can't be the only one. You're the important one, but you can't be the only one. Alright? So be charismatic, you know, be infectious in a positive way. At least in the sense where people want to do what you're doing. Where they say, you know, I believe in this. As a matter of fact, I just remembered what I wanted to say. It takes a village to raise a child. And that child is called success. So it takes a village to raise success. Yeah. So don't feel like you can do that by yourself. I know. That's why I'm not worried about some of the pages that I have, because I know that those pages, once I have that ongoing support, those pages will be fine. Yeah, I won't need to worry about, oh, can you share this link for me? Can you? Nah. As a matter of fact, I saw this post. I don't know if I saw it on Facebook, but it's a message from God, and it says, I noticed that your family and friends weren't supporting you, so I sent you strangers instead. And then, you know, like how they have a quote from like Seneca, or a quote from Marcus Aurelius, or one of them. But that was a quote from God. Yeah, that was a quote from God, not one of the philosophers. This is from God himself. He's like, no, I noticed that your family and your friends weren't supporting you. So what did I send you? I sent you strangers instead. Yeah. Deep. Deep. Social media isn't all terrible. It's not all bad. Right? But you want to not just blindly watch, and not just, you know, obsess over just listening. Because remember, whole heap of people can give you advice, and nothing is wrong with knowing and gaining knowledge. But you see, if you're not acting, you see, if you're not taking action, you see, if you're not taking initiative, thinking about the move is good, but you have to do the other part of it now. The other part of it is you have to know. You have to move. Don't just think about G1 to F3. Push the knight. Push it, push the knight. Right? Don't just think about the E2 to E4. Push that. Push the pawn. The pawn needs to push. Don't just think. You can't be so caught up in, oh well, I listen to all. It don't make sense you listen to a bag of motivational speeches from everybody on Instagram and TikTok. You have to start doing something. Make it count. M.I.C. Make it count. Make it count. Yeah? Because you see, you have all these people saying, use this hook. Use this viral hook. Or shoot your video like this. Shoot your video like that. Gesticulate like this. You know, do this and your wife will never cheat on you. Do this and your ex will come crawling back. Like, there's so much pandering. That's the word. That's the word I was looking for. There's a lot of pandering going on. Right? Yeah, there's a lot of let me cater to your feelings. My feelings. Yeah. And we're not saying that your feelings is not important, because guess what? Frustration is a very critical emotion when it comes to making changes in your life. You need to be frustrated, because without frustration, you're not going to look at your room and be like, all right, now I'm tired of this. And you just vacuum everything, and then you start wipe down and da. Before you know it, your room is different. So the same is true about, you know, you saw the video, right? Until the pain of staying the same is too much, then you're not going to change. That's the importance of frustration. You need it. You need to be frustrated. Frustration is necessary. Yeah. F-I-N. And that's French. Yeah. That means that the show done. Right? So, yeah. I always operate in this way where I understand that I cannot engage in pretense. How about that? The whole fake it to make it, I don't know how to do that. I just can't. For me, I like to lead by example, as I said. So therefore, I have to do it, see if it works, and then I come back and I report, and I say, okay, well, I did this and it worked. I did that and it worked. I did this and it worked. There was a time when I could not do an L-sit. There was a time, but that's the whole, you know, that's what you learn from Bossman Champloo, right? See that? Right? Yeah. So there's a time when I couldn't do that. There's a time when that was just up here. That was just a thought. That was a thought. To go from thought to action. That. From thought to action. That's a move. That's a move. Because in the realm of Bossman Cinema territory, that's the separation of near and mellow. Mellow acts. Near plans, strategizes, thinks. But mellow acts. Takes action, initiative. Another character that does that is Soichiro. He acts. He'll be the one to kick the hinges off the door. Guns blazing. That's him. Action. Yeah, I don't have the feminine voice for the action. Not a bagamote. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. I'm literally now just killing time, I swear. Like at this point, I'm really just killing time, I swear. Now mind you, I'm splitting this up into several reels. Now if it makes, so watch this. I can make 10 IG reels out of this. Or multiply 10 by 2, you get 20, right? Multiply 20 by 3 over 2. You end up with what? 60 divided by 2, 30 minutes. So therefore 20 Facebook reels stop ruining it. 20 Facebook reels is the same as 10 IG reels. So therefore every Facebook reel is about 1.5 minutes, whereas an IG reel will be 3 minutes. So anytime you want to know how many Facebook reels you need, whatever number you get, so let's say you divide, you know, your 30 minutes by 3, which gives you 10 reels, then you just take 10 and add it to 10 and there you go. There you go. Look at maths are help, man. So yes, I like taking the different elements of my life and making it relevant to whatever is going on. So be it anime, even MMA, right? Know when to expand, know when to contract. Know when to expand, know when to contract. You have to know, it's time. Know when to advance, know when to retreat. Because otherwise, you'll waste a whole heap of money on your ad spend and it's not fun. That's not fun. So, yeah. I'm going to try that. Yeah, I'm getting out of the way. I'm going to try and honor my commitments. I'm going to. So for right now, you know, did I say sup with bro from the very first part of this episode? Because if I didn't, you know, that might just ruin the whole thing. But anyway, that was today's episode of Sup with Bro, or the many clips of today's episode. Today is March 23. So I'm going to call it what? 2025 0323. Yeah. That's it.